The night was supposed to be another brutal chapter in Mike Tyson's reign of terror. Tokyo Dome was packed, cameras ready, and the world expected a quick execution. Tyson entered the ring with the same cold stare that had ended countless careers, an undefeated monster, feared by champions and challengers alike. Across from him stood Buster Douglas, a man the odds makers had already written off, a fighter many believed had no business sharing the ring with Iron Mike. But Douglas carried something deeper than skill that night: pain, purpose, and a silent promise to himself. From the opening bell, Tyson stalked forward like a predator, launching explosive hooks and thunderous combinations meant to break Douglas mentally and physically. The crowd waited for the inevitable knockout, but Douglas didn't panic. He stood tall, used his jab like a spear, and refused to be intimidated. With every passing second, something felt different. The impossible was slowly beginning to breathe. Tyson's power was still terrifying. Each punch carried the weight of destruction, snapping Douglas's head back and shaking the ring. In the second and third rounds, Tyson unleashed violent flurries that would have folded most heavyweights instantly. Douglas absorbed the punishment, clinched when needed, and fired back with sharp, disciplined shots. His jab disrupted Tyson's rhythm, cutting into the champion's forward momentum. For the first time in years, Tyson looked uncomfortable. His attacks became rushed, his defense sloppy. Douglas, once labeled a mere stepping stone, was now controlling distance and tempo. The crowd buzzed with disbelief as Douglas landed clean combinations, snapping Tyson's head back with authority. Tyson still pressed forward, fueled by rage and reputation, but the aura of invincibility was cracking. Every round Douglas survived felt like a victory. This wasn't just resistance, it was resistance with intent. The underdog wasn't running, he was fighting back. Then came the moment everyone remembers, the knockdown that nearly erased history. Tyson connected with a crushing uppercut that sent Douglas crashing to the canvas. The arena erupted. Commentators screamed that it was over. Douglas lay on the mat, the referee counting, the world expecting the count to reach 10. But Douglas rose, bruised, swollen, and defiant. He stood back up, eyes locked on Tyson. That moment changed everything. Tyson, used to watching opponents surrender, looked confused. Douglas had faced death and refused it. When the fight resumed, Douglas didn't just survive, he retaliated. He fired back with renewed determination, throwing combinations that punished Tyson's tired body. The champion's breathing grew heavy, his legs slowed, his corner panicked. The man who was supposed to dominate was now being tested beyond anything he had ever faced. As the rounds progressed, Douglas took complete control. His jab became relentless, snapping Tyson's head back again and again. Tyson's once fluid head movement disappeared. His guard dropped. Cuts and swelling formed around his eyes. Douglas mixed power with precision, digging into the body, then exploding upstairs. Tyson swung wildly, relying on raw power, but his punches lacked timing and accuracy. Each missed shot drained more energy. The champion was unraveling. The underdog was rising. The crowd, once silent in expectation of a quick knockout, now roared in disbelief. This wasn't luck. This was skill, heart, and preparation colliding with history. Douglas fought like a man with nothing to lose and everything to prove. Tyson fought like a man realizing that fear works both ways. Momentum had fully shifted, and it was terrifying. Then came the 10th round, the moment boxing would never forget. Douglas stepped in with confidence, reading Tyson perfectly. A sharp uppercut exploded through Tyson's guard, snapping his head upward. A brutal follow-up combination sent the champion crashing to the canvas. Tyson tried to rise, scrambling, reaching desperately for his mouthpiece. The referee counted, The world held its breath. Mike Tyson, undefeated, unstoppable, feared, was down. And this time, he couldn't beat the count. The bell never came to save him. The referee waved it off. History shattered in front of millions. Buster Douglas had done the unthinkable. The impossible was now real. The heavyweight division had been flipped upside down in a single, unforgettable moment. When the fight ended, disbelief filled the arena. Commentators called it the biggest upset in boxing history. And they were right. Mike Tyson's aura of invincibility was gone, exposed by a man driven by heart and purpose. Buster Douglas stood victorious, tears in his eyes, arms raised as the new heavyweight champion of the world. This wasn't just a knockout. It was a reminder that boxing is unforgiving, unpredictable, and brutally honest. Power alone isn't enough. Fear can be challenged. Legends can fall. That night in Tokyo, boxing proved that greatness isn't guaranteed, it's earned. Tyson would continue his career, but he was never the same. Douglas etched his name into history forever. One fight, one moment,